Hello and welcome to another episode of Tax Sales Starters. You get it. That's right, where we bring you inside tips on tax lien and tax deed investing to make you a better investor. This week, we're bringing back Brian Seidensticker from Tax Sale Resources. And this is for all of our newbies who want to know more about investing into tax liens and how to get started. I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, so this week, the question has always come up to us every time I do a video. Someone says, Carl, I'm brand new to tax lien or I'm brand new to tax deed investing. How do I learn more? How do I get started? So I'm going to ask that question to Brian Seidensticker, who's joining us this week from Tax Sale Resources. He's the founder and CEO of Tax Sale Resources. That company's been around for about 10 years, and they actually provide the data that institutional investors use to invest into tax lien and tax deed. So if you find yourself losing at the tax lien auctions and the tax deed auctions, it's probably because of institutional investors, and it's probably because of the information that Brian Seidensticker and his organization provides. So we're going to bring Brian in to answer that question. So Brian, thank you for joining us today. My question for you is, how does newbies, beginners get started learning more about tax liens and tax deed investing?
Well, I'd say there's really multiple ways of learning the right way. There's many ways of learning the wrong way too. There's a lot of I'll say guru organizations out there that will teach you, but they don't necessarily teach you what to avoid. They'll teach you the very basics. I say just enough information to get yourself in trouble. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just know that there's a lot of, nothing's guaranteed. This is not a get rich scheme quickly. Per se, and there's always risks. And so if you want to learn the basics, there's a lot of resources out there that'll teach you the basics. You want to learn all of the little things that, potholes to avoid, things you really don't want to get into. There's a few ways that I would suggest. One is I interview attorneys that provide advice to institutional investors on that those guys are investing in large scale, in some cases, 250 million or more on a yearly basis. And those attorneys that advise those folks, I interview and provide an extremely detailed look at how each state actually works. And the key is every state works slightly different. It's called Tax Sale Insiders. You can go to taxsaleinsiders.com and kind of check that out. Another one is we started I'll put it this way: those interviews are long, right? They're typically 40 minutes or more. If you want to learn it in small snippets, we started a YouTube channel, Tax Sale Starters. You can go learn them in 2 or 3 minute stints at a time. Watch a couple a day. Pretty soon you'll be, a professor in tax liens. Give it a few weeks. The last one, which I think is probably would be the most beneficial to anybody that's truly getting into it, is we're starting to work with really true educators in this industry that know what they're doing. They've gone through a certification process through the National Tax Lien Association. They're a certified tax lien professional, and they're willing to teach their knowledge to folks just wanting to learn the industry. Really coaches is probably a better way to term them. And we're starting to highlight those folks, through our website, through emails. We really feel the more good education that's out there, the benefit to everybody. And so definitely look for those folks on our website. You can go to Tax Sale Finders or Tax Sale Resources. Either one of those websites, you can find those folks. And they're a great resource. So that would be what I would suggest. There's some great books out there as well. And so, checking out Amazon and seeing what books are, I'd certainly recommend buying a book as opposed to just reading the internet. Typically a book's gone through a little more scrutiny and will tell you what's going on. There is a lot of misinformation on the internet. So if you just Google tax liens, tax deeds, and read about it, I would put that in the category of it's going to get you enough information to be dangerous and get yourself in trouble. You need to do more than that. But there's many good books that educate in extreme detail how this industry works. You can read those. It all comes down to how you like to learn. Do you like to learn from an expert? Do you like to read? Do you like to watch? Do you like to listen? We've got a podcast out there too. So whatever way people prefer to learn, there's opportunities that we provide.
Thank you for that, Brian. Always great information coming from you. Don't forget to check out taxsellefinders.com, where you can get the latest insights on tax lien investing, auctions, the results list, all of that good information. Again, taxsellefinders.com. Go there, check it out. It's one of my go-to places to go. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button so you can stay informed when we drop new videos that can help you become a better investor. Until next investment, until the next video, happy investing.